If I only use 3 minutes to summarize the first half of the Old Testament, my summary is that the first half of the Old Testament talks about God's salvation and the cooperation of man. From Genesis to the book of Joshua, when man disobeyed God, God began the work of saving man. God saved Noah's family, chose Abraham, and reached his grandson Jacob. That is Israel, and he has become a big family. 400 years later, in Moses, God continued to rescue the nation of Israel from the oppression of Egypt. Joshua, Moses' successor, led the Israelites to conquer Canaan and reach its peak. Perhaps some brothers and sisters would say that the peak of the Old Testament was in the period of David and Solomon, especially as evidenced by the spiritual works of David and Solomon. This is of course well documented. I'm just offering an idea. We know that the book of Judges is already on the book of Joshua, but Ehud was the judge, and the kingdom was peaceful for 80 years. David and Solomon combined were only 80 years. David's 40 years were at most half of peace. In the later period of Solomon, there were also sons fighting for the throne. And the Israelites outside were overwhelmed and waited for an opportunity to resist. So the peacetime is far from 80 years. As for spiritual works, David's poetry is not as long as the works of Jeremiah and Isaiah, not to mention Solomon. In the period of Isaiah and Jeremiah, one is that the northern kingdom of Israel is on the verge of extinction, and the other is that the southern kingdom of Judah is about to end. The spiritual works were not the absolute proof. Joshua 10:12. Then Joshua prayed to the Lord and said before the eyes of children of Israel, O sun, stop at Gibeon. O moon, stop in the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still and the moon stood still for about a day. There has never been a day like this before or since, when the Lord listened to prayers because Israel fought. Here it is said that before and after this day, the Lord listened to people's prayers, and there is no day like this day. In the book of Joshua, because of the overall obedience of the Israelites and their training before God, God manifested greatly. He not only parted the Red Sea and the city of Jericho collapsed, he also mobilized the entire universe and strengthened people.